Leicester City's 2016 title win was well and truly a footballing fairy tale. They survived the previous season after putting in a decent run towards the end, but then they end up losing their manager to some off-season shenanigans, and then they lost their best player in Esteban Cambiaso to Olympiacos. So yeah, what they achieved was well and truly special. But what if they didn't? What if they did not avoid the drop in 2015? What would the footballing world look right now? So, welcome to UW Football, and today we will be talking about what if Leicester City got relegated in 2015? Well, Nigel Pearson would have still probably been fired, and Ranieri would have come in to replace him. He took over at Monaco in the second year, and I don't see why he wouldn't do the same at Leicester City. Now over to the players that came in that transfer window. Christian Fuchs would have probably moved over to New York Red Bulls. He was very close to joining them and only came to Leicester to fulfill the dream of playing in the Premier League. Robert Huth would have also stayed at Stoke or would have moved over to a mid-table club in the Bundesliga. I don't see why he would want to drop down a level. The last transfer that I see falling off is the one of Gökhan Inler. There is no way he leaves Napoli for championship football. Kante, Okazaki and Benaluane all arrive, and of course with no Fuchs coming in, Konchesky stays. Now normally when the club goes down, they are expected to lose some of their players, and that's exactly what will happen to Leicester in this scenario. Leonardo Ulloa scored 11 in the league. I can see someone like an Aston Villa or a West Brom coming in for him. Danny Drinkwater probably moves over to a Watford. Seems like the kind of club that he'd move to. Riyad Mahrez is signed in to replace the fan favorite Hatem Ben Arfa. And lastly, I can see someone like Kasper Schmeichel moving over to a Newcastle or a West Ham. These two clubs were in need of a proper goalkeeper during that time. And that's about it. This Leicester team is still pretty good, and I can see them coming straight right back up. Now as for the Premier League, well, come to think of it, the team that is most impacted by this is Tottenham Hotspur. Either they win the league, in that case they lose an Eriksen, Kane or Ali for sure, or even lose Pochettino to a bigger club. Or they are never able to put in a run around the February-March time that saw them challenge Leicester City. The hope of catching Leicester is what got them 7 points close. Without that, the team probably doesn't even push that hard, and Kane and Ali never become the superstars, and Eriksen probably leaves for someone like a Sevilla. As for Heung-min Son, well, he never comes to Tottenham. Instead, he moves over to Wolfsburg and wins the Bundesliga alongside an on-fire Bastos and Kevin De Bruyne. But what if they did? What if Tottenham Hotspur won the Premier League? Well, they might have still lost Christian Eriksen, but they could have signed a Kevin De Bruyne or a Mario Götze, and then I don't see why they would not win the league again the following year. Another team that could have won the Premier League without Leicester City is Arsenal. They were indeed the team that finished second. So Alexis Sanchez's move to Manchester United never happens. Aubameyang comes in a year earlier, and Arsenal form a solid attack with Ozil, Sanchez and Aubameyang. I just don't see anything else changing for them. Maybe they get Bernd Leno a year early. Arsenal at this point had lost their pulling power for the elites, and this title win would have been seen as a fluke because Tottenham Hotspur bottled it. Now let's see what impact Leicester City's relegation has on the other end of the Premier League table. With Leicester City going down, Hull City probably stays up, and Maguire and Robertson end up having another year of Premier League football under their belt at Hull City, and because of this, they end up moving to West Ham United and Everton instead of moving to Manchester United and Liverpool. Of course, with Leicester now in the Championship, we would not have seen Ngolo Kante's masterclass, so his move to Chelsea never happens, and instead Antonio Conte signs Arturo Vidal. Manchester United would have gotten Champions League football with Leicester City not winning the Premier League, And now the players that they signed in that summer transfer window showed that they still had the pull, so I don't see how their transfers or their fate right now changes. And same thing happens with Manchester City. Pep Guardiola comes in as usual, and since there is a possibility that Kevin De Bruyne is not there, we could have seen an Isco or a Thiago pop up in Manchester. The rest would remain the same. City would still be hitting 100 points a season. Leicester's title win had no impact on Champions League football, so nothing changes there. So yeah, this was a video on what the footballing world would look like if Leicester City would have been relegated in 2015. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe, have a good day, and I will see you soon.